Jonathan, let's talk about the actual event and how it came together last night. Walter Shaub, who was the director of government ethics under President Trump until he resigned in July of the president's first term here, and was also in that role under President Obama, said this was an abomination last night. It may be the most visible misuse of official position for private gain in America's history. Were there any concerns from the campaign? Were there any concerns from the White House? Did anyone at all raise his or her hand and say, hey, guys, maybe we shouldn't be doing this on the south lawn of the People's House?
There is very little pushback within the building, Willie. We heard some Republicans and certainly lots of Democrats in the run-up to this decision express a lot of concern about having what was obviously an overtly political event on government property. And let's be clear here. We all saw the pictures last night. We saw that giant stage. And then the Trump-Pence campaign screens were up all over the lawn. I mean, this was, in many ways, a gross violation of that guideline, of the Hatch Act. Now, the president himself is exempt from that, but that is the backdrop here. And the other backdrop was, of course, what you guys have been talking about this morning, the crowd. And this is the bet that the Trump campaign people have made. And let's be upfront about this. What happened last night was dangerous. It was in violation of the president's administration's own health guidelines. There was no social distancing. There were no masks. The chairs were about 6 to 8 inches apart. Most people who came into the lawn last night, we talked to White House aides, most people were not tested, just a few select people who were near the front. This was something that indeed could become a super spreader event. The gamble they wanted to make, the Trump people, the Trump team, making beautiful television, yes, but also this projection of winning, beating this virus. And again, we know the numbers fly in the face of that. 1,000 Americans are still dying a day. But this is what they're trying to project. The idea, it's aspirational. It's the idea of we're turning the corner. We're ahead of this. We heard the president last night really, again, harder than he's ever done before, tease the idea of a vaccine being on the horizon. Now, that raises questions itself. We've seen other alleged breakthroughs about treatments to the virus be considered, prematurely announced. There'll be real concerns about a vaccine. And certainly, the American people can see with their own eyes how the virus is trending, the number of people dying. But that's the gamble the campaign was trying to make last night.
Again, 1,000 people, about 1,000 people were dying a day. That's about how many people were in the crowd last night. We have senior citizens in Florida or Arizona who would like to know how many people are still dying. Just look at the crowd that was staring at Donald Trump last night and how fascinating that they tested people on the front rows, which means they were worried about the president's health, but didn't give a damn about anybody else's health in the middle or the back there. By the way, I saw a picture of Melania, and if there's a line that summarizes just how the alternative reality of this week for Republicans, it's Melania saying, my husband always tells the truth. That's really about all you need to know.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.